Hello, welcome back to Up the Villa. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news, links, noise, murmurings, incomings, outgoings, new contracts. Give him a new contract. He needs it. Welcome to the show then. So, right, if you are new around here, make sure you are subscribing to the channel. Help me out massively if you can subscribe, get on the journey with us, comment your thoughts on this episode. And most importantly, let's have a like target of 800 if you are buzzing that Villa kept a clean sheet, which I imagine you all are. So smash that like button, subscribe if you know. So 1-0 Villa win, and one man was instrumental to the victory. He was impeccable, superb, ran the show. His reading of the game is sublime. He's our Rodri. He's that important to Aston Villa. He gets us ticking. So on this show, we're going to go in depth on the performance, and we're going to talk about Aston Villa, Unai Emery's hybrid new system. There was a change, a big change, and I absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. So we'll go into the details of it. And it was a surprise because when the lineup came out and you see Ramsey, Rodgers, Tielemans, Onana, Kamara, you're thinking, who's on the right? Who's playing on the right? And it was this Villa fluid hybrid system. And I think Emery needs massive, and the players, credit for tactically being able to do this, having not done it before, and it just looking absolutely perfect. Everyone knows who watches this channel. I love football tactics, and I love the Villa. You merge them two together, and when you're saying we've got a hybrid system now, it's just music to my ears. So you probably, some of you might be thinking, what's he going on about? Right, so how we lined up on a piece of paper compared to what we actually did when we had the ball. Now, this season, we've gone with, for a few games, a 5 at the back. Now, I've got to tell you, and I've got to be honest, a flat back 5 with 3 centre-halves, I don't like it. It's a formation I just don't like because it's not fluid and it's not flexible enough. Yes, it gives you the width out wide. That's fine. But I just don't like 3 centre-halves that just stay at the back. It's just a formation I really dislike. But a 3 at the back hybrid, now we're talking. Now I'm on board, because what you're doing is you aren't having 3 defenders that stay at the back. If you have 3 centre-halves that stay at the back, you're losing an attacking, a creative player or a midfielder. Add a hybrid element to it, I'm perfectly fine with it. So what formation we were against Everton was this. So we've got Luka Dean with the width. He goes forward. Cash with width on the opposite side. Then Ming shuffles. Konsa shuffles. Kamara makes up the back 3. Then, doesn't end there. Tielemans was playing off Watkins. Tielemans drops into the double pivot. Rodgers goes and supports Watkins. This was Aston Villa's formation against Everton. And we've spoke this season about Villa wanting to get into this front 5. At times against Everton, it was a front 6. Because if you are saying Onana can hold, Tielemans can work in and around this area, arrive late, support midfield. We've got a front 6 now. And Ryan Earl, we've spoke about Kamara dropping into a back 3. It was absolutely perfect. It was fluid. It had cohesion. It was just brilliant to see. And I want to see this more. And I tell you who this is going to benefit more than anybody, Donyell Marlon. Because what you can say, Rodgers could go on the left, Marlon can play where Rodgers is, and it unlocks Marlon, because Marlon doesn't have to go wide then. He doesn't have to go wide. We talk about Bailey. You know, if we had this system with Bailey, I don't think it would work, because Bailey has to occupy the width on the right. But within this system, we don't need the width from Bailey, and that's why Bailey was on the bench. But Marlon, in and around here, or Rodgers on the left, Marlon, it's going to unlock Marlon. So it's a system that is heavily big for Marlon. But it was brilliant because not Onana, Kamara. We'll talk about Onana as well. Kamara. Oh, the guy just reads the game so well. He's tactically astute. I mean, he weren't just dropping into the back three. He was absolutely everywhere. He was pressing further forward as well. You know, why I'm saying it was so fluid, because he wasn't just having to go into a back. He was still playing in a double pivot. He was just so good. And I thought Onana was really good. I thought the yellow card was risky early on, and he got another foul, and then he had another one. And I was, oh my God, he's going to have to come off. But, you know, he didn't. He stayed on. I thought he was really good. So I don't think this is probably something we play every week. We can mix and match, but just seeing a manager who can, on a game, just flip it. Oh, honestly, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So we'll take a little look now at Kamara and where he was on the pitch in his average positions. And at times, we were a back two. So this back two, when we've been analysing Bayern, Man City, Arsenal, when they leave a back two, Villa were a back two at times as well. And it's just all about integrating the system and just, you know, dominating games. And this is the team we want. We want to dominate games. And, you know, look at the average positions here then. So we've got Tyrone Mings on the left. We've got Ezri on the right. We've got Kamara dropping and making up a back three, but also pressing, engaging, and the press was really good. We've got Onana on the opposite side, so a different type of position. And I want to see Onana driving and breaking through a little bit, and we saw him have a couple of shots as well. That is where I want him. I want to see him winning the ball and stepping further forward and getting those shots. That's the Onana that I want to see. And I feel like we signed to do that. So you can see here that he's playing a lot further forward as well. We've then got Yuri, who's on that right-hand side, dropping to that halfway line. But then when he drops, that allows Rodgers to go and get beyond Tielemans as well. We've got the width out wide on the right from Cash. We've got width out wide from Digne. And then inside that little pocket, we've got Ramsey. And then Rodgers leading the line. Really, really good. So basically, I thought we played pretty well, barring set pieces that was their big threat. And, you know, at the game, when we were chatting before the game, and we were like, this is going to be so difficult because, you know, the atmosphere was going to be electric. It was going to be intense. And I've got to say, the atmosphere was absolutely shocking. Like, considering they've got a new manager, it was absolutely, like, you couldn't hear them. You couldn't hear them. They weren't chanting. They weren't, it was so flat for them and played into our hands. And I think maybe we suffocated the life out of them with our build-up. But yeah, I thought the atmosphere was bad. And then, you know, when they're bringing on the big boys like Jake O'Brien, Beto, Decore's on, Calvert-Lewin's on, Tarkovsky's on, Branthwaite's on, and they're just like launching it. It's so easy to get a little knocked down and stuff. And we defended resolutely. And I thought Mings and Konsa in the air was so aerially dominant. Onana, Watkins, I thought they were fantastic. And to get a clean sheet, and you hear this, it's so, I don't know why fans do this, but it's like we get a 1-0 win, and it's like, yeah, but we're meant to beat Everton. We're meant to beat Everton. Yeah, we are meant to beat Everton. But the fact that we got a clean sheet, we played well, we got a new system, and we're still moaning about that it was like, oh, but yeah, we were meant to beat them. You have to earn the right to beat any team in the Premier League. Look at the Premier League table. Look how tight it is. So give us credit. Give us credit. We kept a clean sheet. Enjoy the game. Move on. We look at the Premier League table now, and we can all admit that we've been okay. Like this season, we've been okay. We haven't been amazing. But you look at teams like Newcastle, who are absolutely flying, who, in my opinion, have gone too early. I think they've gone too early. This run that they're on, it's too early because, yes, they're doing well, but they're only 3 points in front of Villa, who are just petering along nicely. When we are going to go on a run, and we will go on a winning run, and we'll end the season well. Mark my words, that is going to happen. So they've gone early. And I think, okay, Forest, we are 6 points behind Forest. We can rein them in. We're in such a good position now for a team that are just doing okay and there's a nice little gap now between us and Fulham, 5 points between us and ninth. There's a bit of a gap there. We are level on points with Man City, 2 points behind Chelsea. So 2 points behind Chelsea. Thought this away form out, and we are in a real good position. And just think now, if we get a bounce from Marlon, so if we get that sort of like bounce where he scores early and he impacts the team, confidence gets higher, couple more come in, we are in a real solid position. So what we'll do, I really want to just show you some of the images as well of where Kamara was playing in this game as well. So here we can see him on that right-hand side in this area. We've got Cashu's gone forward. And then you've got Yuri that's dropped a little bit deeper. Then we've got Rogers who's gone forward. So you can see that little switch there has happened. Just tactical flexibility. What we can see as well, we've got Kamara dropping in and helping out at the back. We've got Kamara, Rogers. So everybody was in tune. Everybody was defending really well. Again, Kamara sensing danger here. We've got Yuri in there. We've got Onana. So we've sort of got little midfield three at times as well that we're working hard. We've got Kamara on the opposite side now. We've got Onana that sort of switched positions. So everybody is just moving around. And this is what I was talking about earlier about the whole team looking just really good. Again, when Everton were in possession, we've got Kamara who's making sure that he's going to get into that area as well. This was a big one as well. So we've got Kamara who sensed the danger and then he was able to sort of clear it off the line. But yeah, everything about this guy is absolutely first class. Unbelievable. We had the opportunity with Rogers. Pickford made a good save. This one, I actually feel like Watkins has a bit of a mare. If you watch this goal back, well, the goal that didn't happen, sorry. Before he shoots, he has a look. He has a look to see if he can play it to someone. He shouldn't have done that. In this moment, he should have just buried it. I think he takes that little look, and I think he must lose sight on where he is and the sort of where the goal is by taking that little look. So, yeah, should have buried it. But like what Ryan said on the match reaction, all good strikers, you miss your chance, you bury the next one, and he does bury the next one. But the beauty of this, and he needs massive credit for this, Watkins, because yes, he missed the first one, but he made sure he scored this one. This is a better goal than what it looks. And I'll tell you what, it's a better goal than it looks. So it's a great ball from Rodgers. But Watkins' first touch is the finish. So a player like Watkins, who, isn't that probably in the most confident vein of form at the minute, he could have overcomplicated this. He could have took a touch. He could have gone round the keeper. He could have just made an absolute mess of it. But his first touch here is the strike. And it's exquisite finish because his first touch is the goal. So brilliant from Watkins. And it was a great finish. So happy for him. And he buried it and he's won us the game. So, yeah, he missed the chance, but he buried his next one. So it was absolutely massive from Watkins, and just a real all-round solid, good performance from Aston Villa. But we are hearing rumours and talk of Boubacar Kamara signing a new contract and being offered a new contract at Villa. His contract is ending in June 2027. So we've kind of got 2 years left, really. So 2 years left. Let's negotiate the contract. Let's get him on a big deal because he's the rock of this team. You've seen me talk about him. You've seen the screenshots. You've seen where he's played. He's just so good. You look at midfielders. Like I look at Everton's midfield, and I'm like, okay, Mangala and Idrissa Gana, Decore, like they're all like okay, like doing a job, filling in. But what Kamara can do, just boss the midfield, is just exceptional. So, yeah, I'm really buzzing that we broke that run of away losses and we was able to get the win. And I just think it was just a real good performance from Villa. So, Villa fans, enjoy it, embrace it. Embrace Villa, embrace where we are at the minute. We're in a real good place now. So let's bring on Arsenal. Let's take it to Arsenal. Let's be confident there and let's exploit it. Let's exploit them. So Villa fans, we'll have the match preview out later on today. Obviously, we've got not much turnaround. So we'll have opposition out tomorrow and then we'll have the game reaction, etc. straight after the game. So yeah, quick turnaround, a lot of episodes. Just enjoy the episodes, just take them in, enjoy them, and get on the journey with us. The support on the channel recently has been amazing. Even at the game yesterday, a lot of people like coming up to me and like, yeah, like it's mad to be fair. And I got time for every single one of you. So yeah. You're all legends, and up the Villa. Just honestly, I've got such a good feeling now that we are going to end the season really well, and yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Up the Villa. Right, I'll speak to you all out. Got the match preview out later for Arsenal. Yeah, enjoy that one as well. Right, up the Villa.